This 5-star VIP experience, and I guess it's 5-star if it means dropping 3,000 to watch Meghan talk about herself, you cannot have a room for yourself, which means that you might have to share a room with a total stranger. But it gets better. They cannot guarantee 2 beds. So yeah, you might end up sharing those 2 or 3 nights with a complete stranger on a queen-size bed.
Hey, this one gets weird fast, so stick with me, seriously. And if you're into these kinds of breakdowns, hit subscribe real quick so you don't miss what's coming next. Poo balls. Yes, poo balls might actually be the thing shaking up Meghan Markle's entire Australian wellness retreat.
Meghan Markle would like you to spend $2,200, $2,288 in fact, to spend time with her. You can, if you lock down an early bird ticket, you can get it for $1,930. And for this, you can see her at a luxury retreat in Australia, where she will be headlining some gathering of women for the podcast. This is not her podcast, quote, Her Best Life.
Not some huge scandal, not a lawsuit, not even bad headlines, just poo balls. Sounds wild, right? Stay with me because this gets deeper than it looks. Meghan is heading to Australia.
So Meghan's charging 3,000 Aussie dollars if people want to hear her speak at her Best Life retreat in Sydney. Apparently there's going to be yoga, motivational speaking, manifestation workshops. And here's the real kicker. Those who purchase VIP tickets, they'll be privy to a group table photo with the Duchess and seats in the front 2 rows for the gala dinner. And VIPs will also get an exclusive goodie bag and a premium ocean view hotel room where this retreat is.
And one of her biggest moves is promoting her brand, as ever, at a Sydney event called the Best Life Retreat. It's being sold as a luxury weekend by the ocean, promising transformation, healing, and personal growth. But once you start looking closer, things don't feel so polished. Questions start stacking up fast. Who is really running this retreat? Is Meghan actually hands-on or just putting her name on it? And the big one, are people really getting their $3,000 worth?
I'm going to turn up. Apparently the hotel, they've barely even finished the swimming pool.
Right.
So it's a complete sort of building site.
So they're basically going there probably, and the pay of the people who've developed the wellness centre to bring some publicity to the wellness centre so they can do some business. I bet you that's what it is.
This isn't cheap, either. Each guest is expected to drop around $3,000 for a short session with Meghan, plus what's being advertised as a full high-end wellness experience. The schedule includes yoga sessions, and reports claim Meghan herself would be giving instructions, along with chill time by the pool and full relaxation vibes. But now, things are starting to shift, and not in a good way. The event, which Meghan has reportedly been excited about for months, is already being labeled as messy and disappointing behind the scenes. Critics are saying this kind of chaos follows her, so to them, this isn't even surprising anymore.
Started in Coogee has now spread. Several more eastern suburbs beaches tonight closed after mysterious balls washed ashore. Where they came from, still unknown. What they are made of is still under investigation. But beachgoers today were undeterred.
The retreat is set at the Intercontinental Double Bay Beach, a spot that's supposed to be top-tier luxury. But here's where things really start to fall apart. The pool, spa, and leisure deck, the main selling points, are currently shut down with no clear reopening date before the event. And that's just the beginning of what's going wrong. Yeah, this is where it starts getting even messier, and you'll want to hear this next part, because it only gets worse. For an event that pushed poolside luxury and spa time so heavily, this is a huge problem. People paid expecting calm vibes by the water, not locked doors and closed signs. Anyone who signed up thinking they'd be relaxing in style might be walking into straight disappointment instead. There are claims that a lot of spots were filled, but people aren't fully buying that story.
They're the mysterious black balls now closing even more of our favourite beaches. Thousands of pieces of debris from the size of marbles to tennis balls originally detected at Coogee Beach on.
And even if they did sign up, most were probably hoping to unwind, connect, and enjoy the atmosphere. But now those expectations are looking shaky. And just when you think it can't get more strange, it does. Beaches around Sydney have reportedly been dealing with what people are calling poo balls. These aren't just random debris either. They're said to include cooking oils, soap residue, and human waste, which makes the water unsafe and honestly just unpleasant to be around. Because of this, several beaches have already been shut down, and on top of that, there's talk of a strong, awful smell in the area. No one is paying $3,000 for a luxury escape just to deal with that kind of situation. Imagine expecting ocean breeze and getting hit with that instead.
But I will tell you that lots of Australian viewers of the Mark Dolan show don't want to see Harry and Meghan. The reason
100%.
why it went down well in 2018, Paul, is because the Australian public didn't know Meghan Markle very well. Well, they know her now. And what do they know her to be? A gold-digging...
It's not what anyone signed up for, and it doesn't stop there. Some people in Australia are still not happy about Meghan Markle visiting at all, especially with the controversy tied to her past trip. There were claims she expected payment for appearances and meeting the public, and that didn't sit right with a lot of locals. Now people are speaking up, signing petitions, and making it clear they don't want this visit or any public money involved. Thousands have already backed those petitions, which raises a real question. Who wants to attend an event where the host isn't even welcomed by a large group of locals? With all this backlash building, there's even talk the retreat could get canceled. Entirely, but that's not even the full picture yet.
Of the speakers that will be joining us in person on the weekend, I am beside myself about, because I have admired this woman and what she has endured, how she's risen above it, and how she has demonstrated how a woman can be pushed down and she can still rise. And that person is Meghan, Duchess of Sussex.
Because behind the scenes, there are reports that the organizers themselves are dealing with serious financial pressure. The whole thing was put together by Gemma O'Neill, who likely thought bringing Meghan in would guarantee success. But what's happening next might surprise you even more. Now this is where everything really starts falling apart, and you're not going to believe how deep this goes. Organizer Gemma O'Neill is reportedly drowning in debt, serious debt. We're talking about 543,000 Australian dollars in unpaid taxes alone.
You pay about $3,000, you get a photo with Meghan at some big table with a million other people.
Yeah.
You get a photo with Meghan, and then you get the opportunity to, I don't know, be in the same room with her, and she'll talk to people about... She's not going to turn up. Apparently the hotel, they've barely even finished the swimming pool, so it's a complete sort of building.
Plus another $3,000 owed to an accounting firm. And it doesn't stop there. Her talent business, the Jimmy Agency, quietly went into voluntary liquidation back in November 2025. Then when administrators showed up on February 20th asking about repayments, O'Neill reportedly made it clear she had no savings, barely any income, and even failed to refinance her beachside Sydney apartment. So think about that for a second. The same person charging people $3,000 a ticket to live their best life.
Imagine paying well over $2,000 for a so-called luxury retreat where the main attraction is a group photo and a short fireside chat with Meghan Markle.
Is reportedly struggling to stay afloat herself. What was supposed to be her financial comeback is now starting to look like an even bigger problem. Her plan was simple: use the retreat to bring in enough money to stabilize everything. But with key facilities shut down and beaches dealing with those conditions, that plan is slipping fast. It raises a real question. Can this event even happen like this? And if things keep getting worse, why would Meghan still go through with it? And even if it does happen, it might not go the way people expect. Guests paying premium prices could end up getting way less than what they were promised. Some reports say attendees may even have to share rooms with strangers after paying thousands.
Honestly, who would pay $3,000 for quotes like, "You have to anchor yourself in your own knowing," or "My bacon brings all the boys to the yard"?
Meanwhile, nearby hotels are offering deals like around $872 for 2 nights, with full access to working amenities. So when you compare it, this retreat is nearly 3 times the price, with fewer benefits, and some of those perks might not even be available at all. That's a tough sell for anyone expecting luxury. At the end of the day, people could be paying more just to feel uncomfortable, all for a quick chance to see Meghan and maybe exchange a few words. And even that level of access might not match what's being advertised. And trust me, there's still one more piece to this that changes how everything looks. And this last part really shows how different the experience might be from what people were expecting. So don't miss this. Guests are reportedly expected to sit rows away during key moments like dinners and events. That means instead of real one-on-one conversations, most people might only get distant views, quick waves, or maybe a group photo if they're lucky. What's being promoted as an intimate, personal hangout could turn into nothing more than smiling from across the room and hoping for a moment of attention. At the same time, Meghan is expected to have a completely different setup. While guests deal with shared rooms and limited access to amenities, she would reportedly be staying in top-tier hotels, traveling first class, surrounded by security, and enjoying full comfort the entire time. That contrast is hard to ignore. It creates a clear gap. Guests paying thousands might be dealing with inconvenience, while she experiences the highest level of luxury, all funded indirectly through those same ticket purchases. And with everything piling up, the chances of cancellation seem to be growing by the day. The organizers are under financial pressure, the venue isn't fully ready, and instead of hype, the event is getting hit with negative attention. What was meant to be a dream wellness escape is now being talked about as a possible disaster, overpriced, poorly organized, and not delivering what was promised. So here we are. Nothing is officially confirmed yet, and anything could still happen. There might even be a full turnout in the end. But with everything going on, it leaves a big question hanging. Would it be smarter to cancel or postpone, or just push forward anyway? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you want more updates and breakdowns like this, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss what's coming next.